All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the late start, but wanted to be sure everything was ready and set for our little session here. There we go. That's better. Now, you can all see I've set up our game board for this evening. I'm quite excited to actually see how the Celestial Insidiants do against the Wrecka crew. Now, to anyone who's watching this for the first time, right? I'll be pretty much running down how Kill Team works, and you'll be seeing me how I actually play this game. I'll be doing my best to make the best decisions for each team. I will give no bias whatsoever to each team. I'll be playing as if I'm playing either team. It's gonna take a lot of brain power to do this. And unfortunately, I think we are losing frames on our stream, which sucks. I don't know if I can say the same for our... Now, the question is, what if I took down maybe the browsers? Question mark? Wait. Wonder why. How come now of all times the internet decides to take the whole worst dip ever? It's exhausting. Okay, now it's back up again. I think we're good. All right. So, to brief you all, one sec. All right. So, Kill Team is a turn-based skirmish game using 40k models. Kill Team has its own model line in the Warhammer 40k like whole franchise and stuff. However, they can also be used in the main tabletop, which is the main army game basically. But for a lot of us who enjoy much smaller scale battles, we, such as myself, we decided to go with Kill Team, based on the number of units that we just need and a lot less hassle, to be honest, both in terms of painting and in terms of wallet size. All right. So I've been playing this game since 2023, and I've enjoyed it a lot over the last 3 years, and I've gotten into the painting hobby as well. It was such a big enjoyment on my part. Tonight we're going to be focusing on the actual board game and the actual play. So typically in Kill Team, when two players start off the game starts off with all the units actually not deployed onto the field, but instead they are set aside first, and players roll off to see who goes first to at least deploy their units. So, but I've already skipped that step and already placed the units on the field, set up the board and everything. So we're gonna be focusing on the actual combat and all that. So to start us off, so each game of Kill Team has 4 sets of turns. When each team has activated all of their units, that is the end of a turning point. So for this particular scenario, I'm looking up our mission for today. Actually, I'm going to roll it. So there's 9 different missions in total, but I'm going to... Actually, keep it simple. We're going to use the secure objective for our crit op for tonight. I will not include TAC Ops for now. So as to also give myself some extra spare processing power, because I definitely don't want to have to keep TAC Ops for two different teams in mind. So we'll be focused on crit op and kill op. So what that means is crit op refers to these three objectives here. So for tonight, I will be using one of the most basic ones, which is secure. Basically, if any of my units, let's take this guy here, captures this remains under this team's ownership, the orcs, until unless the other team comes over and captures it. So that's a simple as. And at the end of each turning point, we count how many points we scored, depending on which objectives we control. Now, another thing I mentioned is the kill op. So basically, based off what number of units are on the field, I'll score a certain number of points if I eliminate a certain number of operatives off the field. So let's say for the orcs, if I kill one of them, I score 1 point. Then if I kill another two, then I score another point. Then if I kill maybe another two again, then I score 1 point. And then if I kill this one last, then I would have maxed out my points that I could score. But we will see how this game rolls. And when I say rolls, I literally mean dice. A lot of actions and a lot of things happen through the dice itself. The game is both a game of chance and tactical strategy. So each faction actually has their own set of skills and like faction perks that they have. Each unit has their own sort of abilities, but at the same time, the faction as a whole have their own set of abilities or tactics that they can implement into the field. So I can't explain everything. I will explain as we go along, because a lot of the stuff here I have not tested out yet, because I'm testing our new Celestial Insidiants that we painted for the last 3 days. So I'm very excited to see how they perform against the Wrecka Krew. Now, Wrecka Krew is one of my favorite teams so far in Kill Team. I enjoy playing them a lot, and I enjoy how their mechanics work. So, although not everyone sees it, but I have the datasheets up on my screen right now to help guide me. I also have all other things set up. All right. So, to start, we are going to be rolling initiative for both teams. Oh yeah, another thing is each team has a set of number of command points that can be used. Our starting command point is 2 each. So white will be for the Celestial Insidiants, and red will be for the Orcs or the Wrecka Krew. 2 each. All right. So let's roll initiative for both factions. All right, that's a tie. Roll it again. Okay. So Celestial Insidiants are going first. Now, at turning point 1, most of the objectives are currently locked until the next turning point. So for the most part, this first turning point or their first set of turns will be mostly set up. So since Celestial Insidiants are going first, I want to take my ruler, and they have I believe 6 inches movement. one more thing I forgot to mention is their equipment. So I think what I will do first is I will mention the equipment that they're bringing. Where is the equipment? Uh-oh. Where do they mention equipment? That's weird. There it is. Okay. So, I'm going to be taking the Vocera Mortis once per battle when inspiring friendly Celestial Insidiant operative is incapacitated. You can use this rule. If you do, for the Martyrdom faction rule, the other friendly Celestial Insidiant operative you can select that isn't visible can be one that isn't visible or within 6 inches of that operative. Okay. But I can only do that once per battle. That means I can do that once throughout the entire game. Okay. So I'm bringing that. I'm also bringing Saintly Relics. So whenever attack dice would inflict damage on friendly Insidiant operative, you can use this rule. If you do, roll 1d6 or 2d6 if that operative is inspiring. If any result is 6, ignore damage inflicted on that attack dice. Okay. So I can only basically if I'm about to take damage, I can roll a die or 2 dice if my unit is buffed. And when they are buffed, I can roll 2, and if I get a 6 on any of those dice, then I can ignore damage that uh from that attack. That one attack only. Okay. So bringing those two, and I'm taking barbed wire and comms device. So I will set those up. I can only set it on this half of the board. So I'm gonna set one here. And the barbed wire I'm going to set maybe around here. Right about there. Okay. All right. Next, for the Wrecka crew, their equipment, I believe we're just bringing mostly faction equipment, I think. Or no, 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 no. There is. Okay, where's their equipment? Equipment. Where are you? There it is. We will bring extra armor. So our armor save is now +3, I believe. Yep. Armor save is +3, but we lose I believe that is 1 inch of movement. So they can only move 5 inches. Then we will bring glyphs. When this is selected, you can also select Wa or Destruction Strategy Ploy. Each of the first time you use that ploy during battle, it costs 0 CP. Whenever you use it thereafter, it costs if you have any Wrecka points. Okay. So, and lastly, we get engine oil. Once per turning when friendly Wrecka Crew operatives activated, you can use this rule. If you do, until end of activation, you can ignore changes to the operative staff from being injured. All right. They will take a heavy barricade and set it here. Maybe right there. A little closer to the point then. Or maybe we can set it right. Nah, this is the best here. Okay. So with that, we already know that the Insidiants are going first, so we'll start the movement. Right, we'll get to it right away. Crew follows after. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for a dash. I'm gonna go for dash first, since we don't have the inches anymore. Yep, right about there. Then we move. Um, we'll move 1 inch to get to this here. 2 inches to get over this barrier, and then 3 inches, or another 2 inches rather, to get to here. Perfect. The sensor is going to dash. Okay. We're going to dash first. Then move. 2 inches out. All right. That is the end of Turning Point 1. So I'm going to flip all their orders now. Now, Turning Point 1, kind of boring. Not much action. But Turning Point 2 is where all hell breaks loose usually. But we're going to have to see how we do. 'Cause it's from here on out where things get interesting. Okay. I hope my audio is going out okay. All right. So now let's decide who goes first. It's like Insidiants once again win this. Oh, one more thing. Completely forgot. Okay. So or at least I can decide if I want to go first or not. Um I think at this moment the Insidians would choose to not go first. That would be the best option for them. So they're gonna give it to. So we're gonna get the 5, and I think they're gonna get the 5 as well. Since they're gonna be going first. Since the Wrecka Krew is going first. Now, this is where we start getting some tactical plays by activating some strategic ploys, which are battlefield, basically global buffs to our units. Okay, so I'm going to choose this fighter to receive one of my suspicion tokens as I activate suspect and eliminate. And then I'm gonna do wrathful determination. So whenever an operative is shooting friendly insidiant operative that has an engage order, you can reroll one of your defense dice. And I'm going to activate Holy Resilience. So whenever inspiring uh, Celestial Insidiant operative is fighting or retaliating, normal and critical damage of 4 or more inflicts 1 less damage on that friendly operative. Okay. The Wrecka Crew is going to activate Wa, which gives them balanced, I believe. Yep. And tough kits. So they're whenever they are getting shot at, I can reroll any of my defense dice as long as they have an engage order. Okay. So Wrecka Krew is going first, and I think what I will do first is I am going to try to see how close I can get my squig. Can I get an 8-inch charge on her? Nope. No charges. No charges. If I don't move this squig, he's gonna get blown up even though I didn't want him to. He might get killed right away. So I'm gonna try and instead move him so we can bait an action from the Insidiants. Okay. One thing also is that the sensor currently has 1 inch of nullifying, I believe. And let me read this really quick. Sensor, sensor. Okay. Uh, okay. She's gonna activate nullifying ritual and permanently add 1 inch to her nullifying range. So anything within 2 inches of her is gonna get debuffed. So their move stat is decreased by 1, and their hit rate worsened by 1 as well. The denuncia, actually, then she will actually just pass her turn. Next, Rekka go again. I want to try and bait actions here. I could bait an engagement, but it's risky. Mm, no, I think I'm better off baiting an engagement here. So maybe I can be that close with a move, and I'll capture this point. Do I have an 8-inch charge here? Yes, I do. Actually, because I can go 2 inches over here and then charge him and just get right over here, just within engagement range right here, if I wanted to. Okay. Well, I want to do setup, like some extended setup here. Let me check Denuncia really quick. Okay. So Denuncia will actually move over here. And okay, she'll stay there for now. Hmm. Okay. Then let's see. Next is Wrecka Krew again. And we want to move our troops up. So I think I will move and dash to here. Okay. I guess my best option here is to do the charge here. So I'm going to switch her order to engage. And then she will take 2 inches over that. And another 6 inches towards here. Try and contest that point. Now I won't touch her anymore. Now my other option right now is to try. I could take the squig and possibly charge her back. Try get a chomp out of her. Or no, I run the risk of actually getting the squig blown up too early. So what I will do instead is I'll try to get our leader up and moving. Next, this warrior, I'm going to activate her next. And we'll just adjust position here and cap this point here. Next, the rocket boy here will probably adjust his position with a dash and a move. So just to be sure, we're going to dash over here. Check. Yep, right about there. And then move right about here. Then denuncia. Can I charge that? 2 inches, an inch out. And can I get 7 inches? She'll move 1 inch out here. And she will. I believe she'll just about make it. That's around 7 inches, right? No, it's just there's an inch gap. So I think she will charge him instead. Okay. Then we will now have our first fight of the game. All right. So where is our Mortisax? Her Blessed Greatsword it has 4 attacks. So I will roll 4 dice. Okay. Hits on a 3 up. Is lethal 5 up, which means she crits on 5s. 4, 6 damage. So 4 for normal, 6 on critical. Hey yo, Noosh, welcome to the stream, man. Oh wait, I just noticed. Dude, have I been filming this entire time without any camera? Oh my gosh, that is such a Big misstep on my part. Wow. Okay. So we kind of we kind of skip. All right. I basically filmed or basically played the first turn and a half with my camera off. But you guys just came in just in time because we are actually about to do our first fight. So, um, basically, what happened is this unit right here, our Mortis Sanctus, from this position here, she basically ran up right here, and now she's about to cleave this one orc right here. Now, I was just reading off the stats. Her great sword does 4 damage on normals, on normal hits, and 6 damage on criticals. Can crit on a roll of 5 or 6, and has brutal, which means that her attacks can only be blocked by crits. All right. So against the fighter or the fighter, also has 4 attacks. It's on threes, 5, 6, and has brutal. All right, let's do this. So first, the mortar sanctus strikes. We have one crit, one hit, and another hit. Okay, let me check really quick if I have anything combat, some combat tricks to play. All right. Faith and Fury. Okay, I do. This is Kill Team. Zero. Also, welcome to the stream. I'm sure you were part of the raid. Yes. Welcome, welcome. We are playing Kill Team. I'm trying out this new team, this Sisters of Battle team. This is a 40k game, and I'm currently trying to activate Faith and Fury. Use this firefight ploy when a friendly Celestial Insidiant operative is fighting, and you strike the enemy operative in that sequence with a critical success. After resolving that strike, also inflict D3 damage on that enemy operative visible to and within 2 inches of that friendly operative in that order of choice. Within 2 inches. Ah, so I get to hit him and I get to hit him. Also, another thing is that since these two charged, they are both inspiring, actually. Hey, Spammy, we're currently doing the whole board game thing. I'm trying to see how they play and learn this team in preparation for another tournament that's coming. Okay, so we have these three. I don't know if is it visible in the camera. Okay, good. We have a 3, a 4, and a 6. So that's 2 hits and a crit. Next, we roll for the 4. He also has a crit, a hit, and 2 hits also. Okay. All right. Ah, I almost forgot. since I activated a battlefield buff for my orcs, they can re-roll once on their attack rolls. Right. He hits. I think this is gonna be more painful for the sister battle than the orc actually. But there's a reason why I have her next to her. So first off, we are going to inflict we're gonna inflict critical damage first to the orc. He's gonna take 6 damage. And he's going to be down by 6 health. Okay. And since I resolve a critical, that means Faith and Fury triggers and I deal D3. So I will roll a D6 and divide it by 2. I deal 2 additional damage. He's now down to 4. Okay. And then the orc is probably going to deal 6 damage, but let me check on my Abjure, the one with the shield, and her what she does. So she has Holy Defender. Once per turning point, when a friendly operative is visible to and within 2 inches of this operative and selected as valid, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, oh, okay. So she can't help actually because it has to be a fight action. But that's okay. I'm fine with that actually. Okay, that's fine. So, let's see. Obviously, the orc is probably going to deal 6 damage, leaving the sister at 3 health. Hey, Anzi boy. Welcome, welcome. We are resolving our first combat of the evening. Okay. So, how melee works basically, we take turns dealing damage or parrying each other's attacks. So, what happened was I activated a buff for my Insidiant here, which now has just resolved. I landed a critical hit, which then let me also land some additional damage. So, which reminds me, I have to roll another d3 for this guy here because he is also another target for my attack. So, let me check really quick. Where is the strategic? Ah, Faking Fury. Two each. Uh, okay. My mistake. So he doesn't take the D3. So he's still back. Instead, he takes the damage. So from 14, he's now down to 12. Okay. And then after the orc resolved his critical hit also on the Mortis Sanctus, she's now down to 3. And the Mortis Sanctus strikes again for... Yikes. Okay, this is bad, actually. I was expecting to kill him right then and there, but I guess because of how I misinterpreted the rules or misread the rule, I guess she's gonna die. Sad. Let me read this again. On resolving that strike, also inflict deal 3 damage on each other enemy operative. Visible to and within that friendly operative in an order of your choice. Roll separately for each. Okay. Inspiring if any operatives with wound statistics incapacitate as a result of this damage. Wait. You also deal 3 in each other enemy of visible. Oh, okay. So he doesn't take any damage. So she basically does a 2-inch cleave around her, if there's any other ones, but unfortunately not. That sucks. That double sucks. All right. Do I have anything else I can? Well, I can't use Fate and Fury. Then no. Yeah, I shouldn't use Fate and Fury then. What else do I have? Fervent Hate. No, I can't use it unless. Wait. Use this fire deploy when rolling your attack dice for friendly. Fighting against, retaliating. This game seems like it has a steep learning curve. Where do you even start? It starts with the wallet. No, jokes aside, right? It would be best to um, like if you ever find yourself a local game store, they can actually introduce you to 40K, and not only that, but they'll introduce you initially to the bigger board game, basically, which is the army stuff. However, if you specifically ask for like Kill Team, I'm sure they can also help you out in learning Kill Team as well. And they'll probably have like teams possibly for you to try out and see how you feel. And of course, right now the teams I'm using are quite advanced, except for the Wrecka Crew. The Wrecka Crew are like one of the the easiest of the more complex teams. Our highlight for this evening is this team right here, which are the celestial Insidiants, which are much more um up there in their terms of like um in terms of like mechanics, right? So right now I think I'm about to get my bone butt kicked because I made a fatal error in misinterpreting the how the rules was being said here, but I'm trying to look for an out and see if I can save myself. Friendly operative. It's shooting and fighting against. I do have punishing. That's right. Wait. If I have punishing, if I roll a crit, that means I can also get a crit. So I can kill him. Okay. I'm good. I'm actually good. Yes, I am. Unfortunately, I don't have anybody else in my family that plays these kind of games. It's too complicated for them, nor does it interest them at all. So I have a whole bunch of teams and my own terrain, my own board. So if I want to practice for tournaments, I play by myself. It's very tiring, I will admit, but very useful whenever I want to learn how a team works. And I try to play the best I can. So we managed to get score our first elimination of the game. And not only that, all right, we killed something that is part of our rule set, which is something that's under our. Let me check here really quick. Ah, wait. I also activate Hold Resilience, so she takes one less damage. I completely forgot about that. So she goes to that. So she's up by 4. And then if I eliminate something with the suspicion token, no, nothing happens if I eliminate something with a suspicion token. Anything, if I'm fighting or shooting against the anything with a suspicion token, this thing, that means my weapons have punishing. And if they have punishing, that means if I score a crit, I can score a second. I can turn one of my normal hits into a crit. So I did score a crit earlier, and then I turned the other one into a crit. So the first strike brought the orc down to 6. He struck back and dealt 6 damage to her, which was reduced by one of our buffs. So she instead only has 4 life left instead of 3. And then she struck back again with another crit, and thus eliminating the orc. So we're Gucci here. We're done. This is done. Okay. Now, this is a problem because that squig can basically run up here. So I may have also. I might be still screwed here. Does he have enough for charge? I think he does. He does. It's 8 inches. So 1, 2. In fact, he can just climb over the box. It will take 4 inches if he climbs over the box. Yeah, he can get there. It's no problem for him. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you should fear the squig. This little demon, right? This little guy right here. This stupid little guy right here, right? You can't see. He has a pack of dynamite in his mouth with a warhead strapped to him, right? So you probably guess what he does. He is going to explode onto these two right here. How unfortunate. So he does 6 attacks, so that's 6 dice, hitting on 4s with 4 normal damage at 5 critical damage. How unfortunate. But good lord, he scored 3 crits. This squig is on fire. Alright. Well, she's obviously dead. Now check. She's dead too. Wait, can I roll triple crits? Can I get lucky? No, she's dead either way because it's 4-5. She's very dead. She is very dead. All right. Bro, what are these rolls? I get another triple crit again. Can I even? Okay. Okay. I can save myself from 1 crit, but she's gonna be left at 1 health. That sucks. So she's gone. Which team was it again? I did not see. Other than the guardsman team that's coming with the whole Nemesis thing, unless they're already out, but I don't think they're out yet. I haven't seen their profile just yet. Also, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome, welcome. So I'm testing out my Celestial Insidiants right now, and it's not going well because Wrecka Krew is doing their thing. Oh, another thing I should mention. The Wrecka Krew, because I scored a bunch of crits, now have Wrecka points, and I scored 6, so I have the full max Wrecka points. So at any point, right? At any point when any of these guys make attacks and I have a whole bunch of misses, I can spend Rekka points to basically turn them into hits. So it's guaranteed. Oh, wait. All right. She is down to 1. That squig is gone because it blew itself up. Really? What's the new teams? Let me check. Um. Okay. Oh, how about upcoming? Okay, we have the new guardsman team. But where is Amble? I've heard of this. Right. The Amble. There's some other ones, I think. I've heard of the Amble, but what other ones are coming out? Exodite. I don't know. I have to see. Exodites were revealed recently. Okay. Are we getting a new? Hold on. Oh, okay. So the Exodites are the ones riding the dinosaurs. Got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so this is the one, right? The one riding the dinosaurs, another Eldar team. Cool, cool, cool. It's nice to see new Eldar teams. All right, but back to the gameplay right now. So one of our units just died, and the Insidiants have a mechanic that when someone dies, I get to permanently buff one of my operatives. So I'm gonna choose something very. I have to be very careful with what I choose here. I could heal. No, I think I should. I should heal. I think it's in my best interest right now to heal. So I'm gonna heal her. I want to roll 2d3. So anything divided by 2. We are gonna. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna go up by 4. So she's back up to 5. We gotta push up. I think I will just dash and move over here. Doing the same to this one over here. And we have one more here. But he will flip this. Okay. And he will move here. Yikes. What a turn. We still have a squig problem here. I think I will move this one over here. I have to bait the squig. I have to bait him in case he goes first. All right. So that's end of turning point 2. That is the second round. Done and dusted. Now, to check on our scores. So our scores are at Wrecka Krew has scored 2 points for one crit op. And I believe okay, they haven't scored yet on kill op yet. But they have already 2 points there, and I have 1 point here. So still Insidiants have 1 point. And they have also 1 point from okay. So let me get something else to I don't have dice to track my command other dice to track my victory points, but all right. So we're currently sitting at it's 2 again. It's 2 and 2 actually. We're tied. We are tied on the scoreboard right now. All right. So let us proceed now to the next turning point 3. Okay, Insidiants can choose. I'm choosing to go first actually. Or sorry. I'm choosing Celestians to go first. And yo, Zurich. Welcome, welcome. We are now on the third turn of this game. And it's pretty hot right now. So what has happened is we rolled uh our one of their units. This one was fighting against an orc, was able to kill the orc. However, this little turd was able to run up here and blow up this one and get her down to 1 health. Luckily, because one of our strategies is that when I lose a unit, I get to choose from a list if I want to permanently buff any of my units or if I want to heal them. And I chose to heal, so she's back up to 5. I wish I rolled better so she could have had more health. And we managed to win the initiative, so I can possibly get her out of that situation right there. And I think that's what I'm about to do. So before that, though, we're gonna check if I can activate anything. Okay. Unshakable Pursuit. Uses firepower activation before it performs an action. Until the end of that, can ignore any changes to its move stat. If operative is inspiring, add one to its move stat and at activation. It becomes inspiring by the charge action. You can use this ploy before it moves again to additional movement takes place precedent. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first, I will not activate any ploys actually. So I can try and get away. Okay. So I'm gonna switch her order to conceal again. And I'm going to have her retreat quickly. Um I have to be sure to be out of charging range. So wait, where's my instruments? My measuring tools. Alright. She is gonna try to get away in this corner here. But not before she activates this. So I'm gonna steal this point from the orcs. We're gonna steal that from the orcs, and then we're gonna run away right about here. So I'm trying to bait the orcs to consume actions to take that back, essentially. So she's done. She's safe. All right. Hopefully, I want her hugging the corner there. Okay. Then next, he will not be able to get to her. He's too far away, which is good. However, the squig here can actually do an action and run at this one here. So would that be my best action though? I want this one to do as much damage as possible. I could use my leader instead to charge that one. 2, 4, 6. He can make it. And I can bash her in, probably. Alright. I think we'll go for it. Just to double check. 1. Okay. Then an inch. Okay. We're good. We're good. Because he should have a 7-inch charge. He has 5-inch movement, and when I charge, I add 2 inches to my movement. So he has a 7-inch charge, so 2, 4, 6, and then 7, just to get in engagement range. And once again, I believe I have my hammer, which deals 4 damage on 3s. Basic warrior only has... Okay. Noosh, thank you so much for rating, dude. I appreciate you so much. I hope you have yourself a good rest. All right, null mace. Okay, hits on threes, four attacks. If I get crits, I can actually do some crazy stuff. All right, so let's do this. Orc War Boss attacks first, gets two hits. Next, nice, nice. Okay, this is good. This is good. All right. Um, let me read something really quick here. First off, okay, never mind. Where is? Nope. Can't use Fate and Fury. I need something that goes retaliating. Okay, I can activate Fervent Hate, actually. So I can re-roll one more die. Okay, we still got a one, so that sucks. All right. Um. All right, that's it. I'm not gonna activate anything else. This one. Actually, I think the orcs can activate something. One sec. And they should have activated Wa. They should have activated Wa. They should have. One sec. And they should have activated Tough Gits. And now they're gonna activate. Demolition Job. Okay, they don't have anything else. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. The Orc Boss Knob is going to hit for 5. Okay. He's gonna hit for 5. And then she's gonna be down to 4. And then she will bash him for 4. So then he'll be down to 10. And remove this dice because she has shock. So what shock does is that if I hit something with a crit, I get to remove any normal dice that he has left. So since I hit him with the crit for 4, he loses that one dice, so he doesn't get to hit me again. And then I get to hit him again with another 4. So he goes down to 6. That is pretty good because we dealt a ton of damage there to this guy. We essentially did 8 damage to him, so he's down to 6. But now it's my turn. So I can choose whether to back off or we can keep fighting. Honestly, I think I'm going to back off. So I want to use the fallback. Consume 2 of my action points. Whatever I have left. We're going to try and get the heck away from this guy. So we got 2 inches here. 2 inches over the light cover. And another 2 inches away. Right there. Okay. Whew. Okay, that was a close scrap. Okay. So as I would have to do, in order for me to proceed, I'd have to bait out her attacks. So I'd have to bait out the Celestians' attacks. So I definitely need to push up. So I'm gonna move. Wait, can we move? How much? How far can we move actually? Because next turn I don't want the either that we play defensively. The orcs have to play defensively maybe because this team is way more aggressive than they are and they have more numbers. We still have a squig, so we do have a chance to. Ooh, this one's a tough one. We have to make the right decision here. Either we bait an attack or we hold positions and try to fortify our front line. I mean, I could do both technically. It's just very difficult to do so because they have way more range than I do. So I think my best option is to push up slowly and flip that. We still behind cover, so we're not going to be easily spotted unless we get spotted from there. Okay, let me check something with about the Denuncia really quick. No, my problem is if I try and use the Denuncia to possibly debuff this guy, the the Rocketeer here can probably blow me up. So it's kind of risky. So I'm gonna activate the sensor and increase the range of her. I'm gonna activate nullifying ritual and increase her null range to uh 3 inches. Ooh, I thought of something crazy. I thought of something crazy. Because the orcs. So I made a mistake for the orcs by taking extra armor because since their movement is at 5. Wait, can I use nullifying ritual again? Because that would be crazy if I could. Okay, turn 3. No, I used it turning point 1. I didn't activate it turning point 2. Did I? I forgot to activate. Okay, we're that is correct right now. So unfortunately, they're gonna have. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. Nullifying ritual reduces the movement of anything within her range by 1. Oh, okay. It reduces their movement by 1. It doesn't reduce it according to how much. Okay, so her range is around 5. It just increases the number of inches she can influence. Right, 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 right. So she can possibly be here. along with the Reliquarius and basically take control of that. He should be a little bit over here, honestly. Okay, because he's just about there. Because honestly, I can pressure from this point. The only risky thing is this guy. This guy has line of sight here. He has 8 inches of range. So anything within that arc right there with this window right here probably can get blasted to oblivion. So my only other option really is to prioritize getting rid of him. So I can use her. We'll move her here. Actually, she can. No, she has to be here. And she'll take a shot at him using the crossbow because it's silent. So that means she can fire it from range, from stealth, from conceal. Okay. So where are you? Okay. Devastating 1, piercing crits 1, silent. Okay. So 4 attacks, 3 up, hits on 2s, crits on. Okay, when we crit, we deal 1 extra damage right off the bat. And if we wait, it's not the right place. Right? So first, okay, we got a crit. Cool, cool, cool. Good. Right. These two. I think I can activate one other ability, I think. Yes, I have Fervent Hate. I can try again with Fervent Hate. Or you know what? I'm gonna save my last command point. I think this is fine. We're gonna resolve one. Uh First off, since we have a crit, that means piercing 1. That means instead of rolling 3 defense dice, so usually when you're dealing with shooting, you always have defenses. Now, the thing here is they have tough gits, so that means I can re-roll one of my defense dice. But since she has piercing crits, that means I take one of my defense dice and put that away. He doesn't save anything, sadly. So he's going to take all of the damage. So he's going to take 5 damage. He's going to be down to 1. Okay. Squig cannot do anything. The best thing I can do right now is fortify the center board. So I'm gonna move him up here. He's gonna be scare tactic. So I have to be very careful. The Insidiants have to be very careful because this guy can ruin everybody's day. My best option right now actually would be to get this one over here and possibly take a pot shot at him. I think that's my best option. Okay, she's gonna do the same as this one earlier. 4 attacks. She does not crit, but she has 3 hits, each dealing 2 damage, so that's 6 damage on the board. He saves only 1, takes 4 damage. He is down to 6. No. He's down to 8. Okay. Ooh, I'm not within charging range. I don't have. Wait, can the squig do it? Can he actually get across the board and just blow up another person? Can he? I think he can. Oh my goodness, he can. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, he can do it. And I think I have something special for that. I have Kaboom, and it has Severe. Okay, which is crazy. That means we actually get this one. Oh no. Okay. That's nuts. Okay. So once again, the squig, I roll 6 dice. He hits on 4 up. So that means if I roll 4 or higher, he hits. If I roll a 6, it crits. He deals 4 damage per normal hits. Six no. Is it 4 damage? 4 5? Yes, 4 5. 4 damage on normal hits, 5 damage on crits. And we'll see how this goes. Wow. And I believe the and Kaboom gives it severe too, but we already have a crit, so we're fine. And since we're at it, we have 6 Wrecka points. I am going to spend 2 of them to make normal hits. She is not surviving, guys. I can tell you that. There's no way. Even I have to roll big. Right? I have to roll big for the roll. I am home. Okay. Wait. How much health does she have? She has 10 health. Okay. I have actually I save everything. So I block 3 damage. I block a crit. So I take 4 damage. That leaves her on 2. Okay. We survive. We actually survive. That is a close shave right there. However, I can't say the same for the Abjurer right here. She is within 2 inches of that blast range, so she is about to get blown up too. The squig has rolled poorly. However, we do have severe, so the normal turns into crit. So I need to roll a crit. Oh, and no, nah. Yeah, this blast. So I need one crit and a normal to save me. I do have my reroll, so I think we're gonna be good. Okay, we got the reroll. We got the reroll. We just need the normal. Okay, we need a reroll. We got one reroll. Okay, so good news and bad news. The good news is she lives. The bad news, she's down to one. I didn't want to spend because I could have spent actually to eliminate her. I could just spend. Hmm. Well, spend. I could just spend two and be done with it, right? Because even if she saved one, I don't think she will survive. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna spend one Wrecka point just to add a normal, and even if she rolled well, she would still die. Goodbye. Okay. So since she died, that means I get to activate my thing again, my martyrdom. Where is my faction rule? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to give inspiration first to my Denansha. And then I'm going to resolve a. I'm going to resolve restoration again for my. Well, this is gone, by the way, because it's suicide bomb, basically. We're going to try and heal her. So it's D3 plus 2. 2D3 plus 2? Let me check again. I need to double check that. It's just D3 plus 2. My bad. Okay. Come on, give me something good. Nice. We got 5. So we're back up to 7. Nice, nice, nice. Um then next Squeak is done, so it's my turn. I will sacrifice I will activate the Nansha and the Denansha has a buff that allows me to hold on. Where is it? Right here. So I can resolve one of the benedictions to anyone within 9 inches because of the comms device I placed here. So from 6 inches, I've extended it to 9. So I just need to read it off properly. There it is. Okay. speak of her deeds. Select an inspiring, friendly Celestian operative. Oh, it has to be. Oh, it has to be inspiring. Uh. Not great. Okay, that's fine. Should be inspiring. That's my bad. How do I get inspiring again? Hold on. There it is. Incapacitates an enemy operative when stat 6 or more. That friendly operative. Okay, yeah. Nothing happened yet. So, okay, the Nuncha will instead. Uh, okay, she'll move here. Would it be wise though? No, I don't think. I want to leave the Nuncha right here where she needs to be, and then I will just pass her. I'll not activate her instead. Instead, I think I will activate the Reliquarius. No, actually, I'll activate this warrior here and get her right about here. No, here. Right there. So she can see him and then fire her crossbow. Cortex, 3 up. Piercing crits. Do I want to use Faith and Fury right now? Or, no, sorry, Fervent Hate. I have double ones. I think I should. I will use my last command point for Fervent Hate and then reroll these 2 ones. So, what Fervent Hate does is that it gives my weapons ceaseless. So, what ceaseless means is that if I have dice of. I select one result from of dice. So, if I select one, any dice with the result of one, I can reroll them. So now I have 2 crits and a hit. So he gets first he takes 2 damage off the bat. Okay. Then he rolls his defense dice. Wow. So he only takes the 2 hits and he blocks everything. So it so happened that he rolled 2 crits and a block and a normal. So that means he can critically block these 2 and that. So he takes no damage other than the devastating damage from the crossbow. That sucks. And since he no, because it's not fighting. Okay, that's the thing. Because I was like, he rolled 6s. That means he gets Wrecka points, but it's not during an. He only gets Wrecka points only if it is a fight or a shooting action. Okay. Not looking good for us. Um, can this dude? How far can he get? We need to add pressure now because he just wasted so many shots. Insidious wasted a lot of shots, so we need to add pressure. So I can probably move and dash close enough there. Just enough right there. Okay. I can add 1 more inch. And possibly do a charge. Just to get close. Because at this point, it's a matter of push and counter push. And I need inspiration right now. So, or rather, I need more units with inspiring. So I will definitely push with the sensor. She will push up right about there. She'll charge. And she won't do anything. Okay. She can make it right about here. And then I can flip this. Oh, no, 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 no. I can't flip it yet. Guy is watching. But I don't think I have a choice. I think I'm better off controlling the point. Because my issue right now is, right? If I keep giving him free shots, it's going to be a problem for me. Problem also is if I'm here. Oh, yeah. So, yep, she's gonna get hit if I go here. But we want that point, though. We want that point. We could possibly shift the balance in the last turning point. We can make our break on the last turning point. We need this right now. We need this. Yeah, I'm going for it. We're gonna do this. All right, let me check the reliquarius really quick. Whenever determining a control marker APL, okay, so it's gonna be hard for them to contest that one. At the end of each operative's activation, if it's inspiring and it controls objective marker, one of your mission markers, one of friendly. Okay, so she basically inspires other people as long as she's like at the end of her activation. Anyone that's within 6 inches. Wait. Oh, only if she's inspiring too. So that's a problem. Okay. So unfortunately, there's not much we can do. from that point on. Rocketeer is probably has to take that pot shot, man. And he's gonna be using his rocket rack too. So he's gonna be using his backpack rockets, which which has a 2-inch range or 2-inch blast range. And has relentless 6 attacks, 5 up. I don't need to buff his blast range because they're within 2 inches of each other. So 6 attacks. I hit only 2, but I still have Wrecka points. So I'm gonna try and deal as much damage as possible. I'm just gonna spend 1 Wrecka point to turn a miss into a hit. Right? She rolls her dice. She saves 2 and takes 5 damage. Down to 4. Next, we go for the Reliquarius. Only 1 hit, but we still have 2 Rekka points. So we're going to turn 2 misses into hits. Okay. So luckily, the Rocket Boy is not rolling great, but we'll see what happens with our rolls. We save only 1. We don't have any more command points to save us this time, so she's going to be taking 2 hits, which is... Oh, I'm sorry. She took 1 hit, which is a 4. So she's fine. She's up to 5. Whoops. She's up to 5. But this one takes 8 damage and is down to 1. She is wounded and this one is injured. So what injured means is that her move stat goes down and her hit stat goes down by 1. So she'll be hitting on 4s and she can only move 5 inches. Okay. So with that one, we still have our Denuncia. And well, our Abjur is dead. We still have Denuncia. Thinking of what she can do at this point. She could charge, to be honest. But she's already inspiring, so I don't think I have to do that. There isn't really a need for me to do that. I don't want to sacrifice her in any way, so I think the best thing we can do... Actually, where are my measuring instruments? Oh, hold on. All right, cool. So she's within range of her buff, and she's inspiring already. So I can actually buff that one. I can buff the sensor. So she can be okay. No longer inspiring. Select another blah 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 blah. Select another. Okay. All right. This is what we're gonna do. All right. Um, was she inspiring? No. Oh, better idea. Okay. So we remove inspiration from her. And we heal this one. D3 plus 2. She heals for 3. She goes back up to 4. Still injured, but in better, much better health. I mean, she could survive. She might, I guess. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, I was expecting more from that roll, but that's a fine. I think we can figure out a way where she can live at least. We need to. Okay, so we're basically done for the turn. Um, all right. We're moving into our final turning point. Last turn of the game. How's our score looking right now? It was 2-2, but now uh orcs have taken out 2 of my units now, so they're up by 1, and they earned 1, so they're not up, from their point here, so they are now at 4. And I did not kill any more orcs this turn, so I don't get anything out of kill op, but I control 2 points, 2 control points, so again we are now up by 4. So the game is still tied. This is gonna be a tight game. How this is gonna go down is through the sequences of turns. The most important sequence right now is that we need to win our we actually need to win initiative. If we win initiative, then we can probably take out that orc right there. All of these guys are currently within nullifying range, so they're debuffed at the very least. This guy's gonna go down soon. Because if I can get first strike, how much damage does a sensor do? Okay, she deals 5 damage. That's tough. That's tough. She won't be able to kill him in one hit, but he will be able to kill her in one hit. It's gonna be a very poor trade. Not really, because he'll be down to 1. And then the rest here can actually sweep up. Okay. Let's move on to the next turning point. but we're currently like down by we're in a disadvantage because we don't have any more command points, but the orcs still have like a whole bunch of command points to work with, and they still have a lot of bodies. So they didn't waste much resources this turn, other than the Wrecka points. This is gonna be rough. So I guess what decides this game now is the initiative roll, because well, not really, but the balance will definitely shift if significantly if the Insidiants lose this. But again, we are trying to play a fair game, and both team since I'm the person playing both teams, so either way, looks like the orcs win this one. Actually, they win either way. Well, yeah. There's some other mechanics that I have not mentioned throughout this game at the start of the game, actually, but it doesn't matter now because I'm not trying to overload my brain over it. So otherwise, this game would have taken way longer than it should have. It's already 10 o'clock, so we gotta wrap this up. Okay, so I get 2 points back, and the orcs are up. Have addition 4 command points. What's very important right now is that we're able to hold these 2 points and keep a lot of our units alive. Let me check suspicion really quick. Because since the denuncia is inspiring, that means my suspicion and eliminate strategic ploy can be played for free. So, yes, I can play it for free. I want to take one of my suspicion tokens. Wait. 2 inches and every other object visible 2. Okay. So he's within range. He's not. But I will get the both of them on suspicion tokens. And then I will activate Suffering and Sacrifice. So whenever wounded friendly Celestian operative is shooting against, fighting against, or retaliating against enemy operative, I have balance on my weapon. That's injured and wounded, basically. She's wounded. She's injured. So she still counts as wounded. Okay. Unfortunately, the orc's first action definitely will be to bash this one in. And the thing is, the way this works is that, all right, so the thing is, if I roll one hit, she dies instantly. Before that, before we resolve that, we're gonna spend for amped up. So I'm going to D3 plus one. So setting these aside for now. These are all hits, by the way. So that's 2 plus 1, that's 3. So he's up by 9. She's dead because the since the orc is the one that's attacking, he gets first strike. And then he charges. Who does he charge though? We could make things difficult. So we could make things difficult for this side of the board here. Problem is we need control of the orcs need control of this point here. So I think it would be in my best interest to contest the point. Right now, it's a fight for the point right now. All right, another since she died and she was inspiring, that means let me go to martyrdom again. Whenever inspiring Celestian Insidiant is incapacitated, before it is removed from the kill zone, select one other. Okay. So she gets one benediction. She died here. I'm going to give one APL instead to this one here. So in my next activation, either I have to back out from that fight right there. That's my only choice. I have to give up this point. I want to keep more of my operatives alive this time around. But we only got 3 down. So how much does the enemy team score? Okay, he doesn't score again until I another one dies. So I think keeping as many of them alive as possible would be in my best interest. So she can sit tight for now. I want to prevent him from doing anything. So, and I want a guaranteed kill. So she'll charge, switching her order to engage. And once I roll this and land a hit, he will die instantly. Because attackers always strike first. So since she immediately hits him for 4, he'll die. After that, that's her first act. That's 2 of her actions. She has 1 more action left. And she'll use that action to actually duck and cover over here. So now we're adding pressure board on this side of the board. Um, I think it would be in my best interest to actually charge. I have to charge this if I want to get that point. Or I should go after the superior and charge her instead. Or we can get in between and charge the other warrior here. Because it's the superior that's on 7 health right now. Wait, is he within charging range? He is. That's crazy. But the problem is he'll get caught in the blast too, and I don't want to lose him. Because this is the sequence of events I was thinking of. He charges here first, and then punches her to death, and probably gets a little few inches back. She will come in, probably attack this one. She might shoot him instead, actually. She might try and shoot him. And I think she has 3 action points. That means she can do 3 things. Yep, she does. Shoot him first, charge, and fight to finish him off. Those are her options. Well, what would be better? You know what? I think our best option really is to fight her. We gotta go over here. Alright. And we gotta fight. Okay, that is the Crusher, otherwise known as Rocky Balboa. He has Brutal Shock and Smash. So you're about to find out what Smash does. Okay. So he has 4 attacks. Really? He only landed that much? Wow. That sucks. That really sucks. He only does 6 damage. I was expecting him to do more. Can I do something else? Wait. Let's go back here for really quick. We do get a Rekka point though. We do have a Rekka point, and we can spend that Rekka point for one more hit. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Alright. So he hits on 3s. Take those away. She rolls for her melee. She has crit and a hit. And have balanced. She's injured. She's wounded. Okay, another hit. Cool. Um. Hmm. Okay. Oh, actually, she landed a crit, and I believe her mace actually has shock as well. So, yep, it does. Okay. So he lands his crit first, moves her 1 inch, and he gets right up there. And then she hits him for a crit, making him down to 6. And then, since she has shock, removes that one. And then hits and again for another 4. And since he has no more attack dice to resolve, he dies. Unfortunate that it was a good strategy, but I rolled poorly. But she is down to 1. And now is injured. But she took down something, but she's also inspired as well. So what I can do now is I can activate her and have her run away. Wait, 6 inches. Because she's supposed to be in engagement with that guy. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's not much I can do. Ah, wait. Hold on. She can still act. There's something I can still do, actually. Okay? So, what I can do is. No. No, I don't have a choice. I think this is the best option I can do in this situation. We we need to activate the denuncia. We're going to remove inspiring from uh our superior and give her um yeah, give her extra APL point here. Okay. Or do we heal her? This stuff. Do I heal her or do I? Because I could run the risk of not rolling well on the heal, and she doesn't get much. How much damage am I potentially facing from the Demolisher with his bash? 4 to 5. Okay, so I honestly run the risk of taking a lot of damage, but I think if she can survive at least one hit, maybe. Doesn't seem altogether. The situation sucks, dude. I don't think I'll be able to do anything about the situation. We do have the numbers though, because what I was thinking, right? This is the final turning point. I could just sacrifice her. Problem is, I would be giving points to the Wrecka crew as the Insidiants, and I don't want to give them any more points from getting my units killed. In fact, I want to kill more of his units. So in order for this to work, I think we're gonna have to go for the retreat strategy. So she has to fall back. And then this one, I think he can charge. Can he? I don't know. I don't think he has the range, does he? Oh, he does. He actually does. Nope, that's 1 inch. Sorry. Nope, I was wrong. He does not. Or does he? Nope, he does. That is a definite close enough here. Oh wow, I made a mistake. Wow. I think the thing here is like this situation right here. I don't think I can avoid this situation. I should have moved my superior. I blundered. I blundered. Oh, I blundered so hard. Okay. We gotta resolve uh the demolisher. So I'm gonna activate Kaboom, which means it adds an additional inch, and that's getting all three of them. Ah, oh. Okay, so I have a chance here. One sec. I need to be sure that the orcs don't have any more shenanigans. I has severe. So a normal hit turns into a crit. And so here we go. when the demolisher uses his rocket head to smash somebody, it explodes. And since it's going to be 2-inch blast range, it's getting these three. So what I'm about to roll next is the damage of the rocket head. So it's 2d6 plus 6. If I roll snake eyes on this roll, they live. Everyone lives. Except for the superior. She will die. Definitely. If which I highly doubt. Um these three are gonna die. I rolled a 7 plus 6, that's 13. That takes out all three of them. These three gone. Bye bye. And him too. I can't believe I blundered so hard on that, dude. Hey Kat, sorry. I was so into the board game right now. Oh, but I'm gonna be conceding here and giving the win to the orcs. Cause wow, I can't believe I blundered so hard on the last turn. So, Kat, I don't know if you're still here. Okay, let me replay the situation for you. Okay. So this right here, this situation right here. Okay. So I was debating if I should um save my unit from getting killed and possibly just retreat back and give the orcs the point so that they cap it, right? They cap it and then I'm safe, right? I don't sacrifice any more units. In fact, it gives me an opportunity to fight back. Unfortunately, when I checked if this unit right here, this guy, this is the demolisher. This is the dude with the warhead on a stick. Basically, he just blows up, right? Unfortunately, he had enough inches to actually he has enough inches to actually make it to the superior. And since the Wrecka crew has a buff that lets any explosive weapon gain an inch of blast range from 1 inch. So from 1 inch we get 2 inches, and if we measure These three, all within blast range. So he charges, blows up, gets all three of them. So instead of saving one unit to potentially try and wipe out most of the units there, I sacrificed 3 units for one dude. That's the blunder. So by the end of this turning point, yes, I have the point. Yes, I took out basically majority of his units. So I would get let me check. I think there's no point. Actually, we already reached the end. This is it. This is the end. All right. So we were tied 4-4. Um, I scored 2 points for let's see. Okay. So the final score is 4 plus 2, which is 6 plus one more for killing getting for with the remaining dudes left on this team is 2. So I get one more point, so I'm up to 7. The orcs. Let's see what they got actually. I only have 3 units out of 9. So they only got up to 5. Okay. So they get only 1 point out of it, and they got one. Oh, actually, the Celestians win. The Insidiants win 7-6 by 1 point. Ain't that crazy? That was a close game. I really thought I blundered, but I think I secured my win merely by chance. Yeah, that is it. Such that was down to the wire. That was a down to the wire game. There were definitely close calls. I actually wouldn't know I think I would have still made the same decision. I think either way, um, me securing these 2 points for the last 2 turns, was essential. Um, if the orcs actually, would I have actually won that? I would have. The orcs could have tied the game, maybe. No, they would have lost. They would have still lost. We had the numbers. If it's such a tight game, I don't know how to like. I don't know where the deciding factor was. I don't know if it was me controlling these points and carefully just picking out the orcs here, because I also made the best decision I could make for the orcs. But yeah, that was such a tight game. Ugh. 7-6 is the final score of this matchup. So, ladies and gentlemen, gone overtime for the that is it for now. That was a cool game. I'm probably not gonna do this anytime soon. I just wanted to do this once just to test play the Insidiants and see how they do. I would say that if I wasn't thinking for two teams at the same time, I don't think I would have. Maybe I could have played a better game. Maybe I don't know. It would be completely different if I had another brain to actually control the orcs. Yeah, with dice, we use dice to um, control. Like it's a game of chance, right? It's one thing when you have the right strategy. It's another thing when the dice decide what happens next. So if you roll bad, it could like the the game can turn over really quickly if you roll terribly. You can have the right strategy again. You can have the right strategy, but if the dice decide it's like, your strategy's not gonna work, then it's not much you can do. But yeah, I know a lot was happening that no one could actually track. Especially for everyone that came in pretty much very late into the stream. But well, if people actually asked me a bunch of stuff, but very hard to explain it all. Um, like if I'm on my own, if I had someone with me to actually like for me to teach them how to play the game, then yeah, that would work. But unfortunately, not a lot of people were available, so I couldn't ask anyone from the start of the stream to actually help me, think about how to think, how to process the game, really. Maybe I'll do it again someday. Um, when I do have somebody, maybe even just in the VC in Discord, just for me to teach them how the game works, then that could work. But otherwise, GG's. That's it for tonight. Thank you so much for everyone that joined. I'm sorry, Ash, that you came to see the end of the stream. We actually wrapped up. The game ended with the score of 7-6, a very tight and very close game. And oh man, some crazy rolls at the start of the game and crazier strategies by the end of it. I made a big blunder. I was very close to losing the game, or at least close to losing the. Well, you can actually backtrack. If you go to my YouTube channel, I'm also streaming on YouTube. By the end of this stream, the whole VOD will be uploaded, and you can watch the whole game. And that goes to everybody else on stream right now. If you haven't, hit that subscribe so that you can catch the next stream and also catch the next upload as well. And hit that like if you've enjoyed the VOD or the stream. If you're watching live, and everyone on Twitch, if you haven't followed yet, don't forget to hit that follow. Because next time, hopefully someday, actually, if we ever get the chance of having somebody to actually play along with me, even if it's on VC, it'll be great. But tomorrow we're gonna be having fun with Space Marine 2 again for our Secrets Sunday stream. So yeah, all right. I've extended my time, and I still need to wake up early tomorrow. So GG's everyone. I'll see you in the next stream.